Tuesday evening here in the Philippines. Isn't it amazing how many knuckleheads there are out there? You do you do a video which is just a factual video about adultery and the laws of adultery here in the Philippines and how intriguing it is that it only applies to straight people. And of course you've used your total imagination and you've somehow tried to link the situation to mine. Well, guys, if you want to think with your neighbors, that's okay by me. I'll read your comment. If I think it's even amusing, I might leave it up, but if it's just stupid, you're just going to disappear. Remember, I'm Grumpy Brit in the Philippines. And I do get grumpy when I think you try and raise an issue that is important, that other people understand it. It doesn't mean that if I tell you that I've been bonking a guy today, right, you think I'm gay now? You guys are just amazing how this channel and the other original channel seems to focus on the negative. You tell me I'm talking about negative things. I'm not doing that at all. I'm raising issues that you may well come up on. Some of the issues that none of the other channels are prepared to talk about, but you love to link them to my own situation. Yeah, sure. I'm going through or have been going through for a long time relationship difficulties. That doesn't mean I haven't got a view on it. It doesn't mean that I can't express those views, but I won't be telling you the dirty secrets that you want to hear because they're not relevant. It's none of your business, really. But if it in any way helps you realize that, that beautiful bubble that you all live in, and some of you do, not all, sorry, correction, some of you live in, where you come over here and you think everything's going to be rosy. Well, I can assure you, not everybody, maybe as much as 50% of you that come here to the Philippines will be disappointed. You'll find that your relationship won't be going anywhere. Why? Many reasons. Because you couldn't say no, because you couldn't handle tempo, you couldn't handle the mental level that you have to be to communicate with them. The fact that you think they can speak perfectly good English when in fact, yes, they can speak good English. But do they really understand what you're saying back to them? Do they really, do they have the consciousness to actually understand? Can you have a deep and meaningful conversation? Probably not. Even with somebody who's maybe a doctor, a nurse, a professional, yes, they can speak a lot better English than maybe a lady up in the mountain. But English is spoken here as the main official language after their own dialect and Tagalog. So just imagine if you were living in Portugal and you had to speak Portuguese every day and you couldn't use English, which is your language that you normally think by. It would be difficult. It would be, you would miss the subtleness in the conversation that's there. So guys, I know there's some idiots out there, and sure, I get a fair few of them coming to the channel saying, you're next, you're going to die, she's going to dump you, she's going to do that. If you really want to jerk off in front of my face, then maybe I should suggest you maybe go to one of your porn channels that you're more likely to enjoy more and try and restrain your fingers on the keyboard with the comments because they're wasted. They really are, because I'm monitoring this channel and the other one very, very regularly. Like it might be up for 10 minutes. So your wonderful words of wisdom that come across like an idiot are only up there for a few moments and then they're deleted. Not only are they deleted, most of the time you're deleted. So that means you've got to go to all the trouble of creating another image so you can do more bullshit on your keyboard to supposedly rattle me. I'm not rattled by it. I just think you're rather pathetic. After all, I'm a grumpy Brit. You have a lovely time, and I'll bet you are American. By the way, I was speaking to 3 very nice Filipino Americans this evening. I went to top my phone up and I got talking to 2 very charming young ladies and a young guy. And they're from America. They're here for 4 weeks. And they're local. And I thought they were about 22, maybe 25 years old. One of them was a qualified doctor, 43. I was so amazed. She was so beautiful. For 43, I thought she was only 25. And the other one was a very attractive young lady, and she's a nurse, a senior nurse in an American hospital. And it's great to see people doing well. And that's what I wish for all Filipinos, including my ex, that everybody does well, that we move on without revenge, without bad feelings. But that is not necessarily what might happen. And that's the whole point. I'm trying to get you to realize that life isn't always a bowl of cherries. So be realistic. When you come here, maybe don't be in such a hurry to get yourself a Filipino before you get here. Spend the time to find the right woman. She might be the same age as you. She could be 10 years younger. But she certainly shouldn't really be 30, 40 years younger, because otherwise you're going to spend a fairly frustrating time with her and her telephone and all her buddies laughing at you behind your back. Food for thought, eh? You have a lovely evening. Bye now.